Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A second down carry for Booker. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Keenum now to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Prescott looks to throw on first. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Prescott now on second down. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Third and short yardage, Prescott. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Domata Peko, the one to get him down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. They go to Elliott again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
There you go, boys.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. David Irving in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. On the counter, Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Keenum throwing on second. For the catch made, this is Emmanuel Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, go, Roger. I got it.
Booker on first down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
On second down, here's Keenum. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sean Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Let's go, let's go. Hey. 4 down.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And the pressure gets to him again. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out now come the Cowboys.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott off play action. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And coming out now, the Broncos.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. David Irving. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll hand off to Booker. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down. Throwing is Keenum on third down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A second down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game. Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Prescott on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception. Here's Booker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Right back to Booker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker taking it in from the 20. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
46.
Prescott from the gun on third. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 53.
On play action, now Keenum. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
3rd and long. It's Keenum. Able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on first down is Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll pitch it to Booker, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Second down, Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. 4-8. Here we go. 46. 46. Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Booker running left. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go. 180. 56.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Done. Here we go. 180. Done. 26.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down. Unsuccessful. 4th down now. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go, let's go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And an alley to run. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
On the carry, it's Booker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first, again, they go with Booker. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And McManus able to put it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here we go. Here we go. 46, 46. Here we go. 46, 46. 46.
He's back to throw. Shakes off the sag. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Keenum wants to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.